Hi, I'm Hannah. Welcome to Singletrack, and you're here today to look at the new Crankbrothers Stamp 2 and Stamp 3 flat pedals. The Stamp range is Crankbrothers' flat pedal range, and all of them come in two sizes, a small and a large, so you can choose the right pedal to suit your foot size. In the range we have the Stamp 1, which is a composite entry-level pedal. We have the Stamp 2 and the Stamp 3, which are designed for trail, enduro and downhill riding. Stamp 7 is a race-focused enduro and downhill pedal, and then the Stamp 11 is like pro-level titanium spindles, all the glory pedal. So the Stamp 7 comes in lots of different ones. The ones I've got here are the Danny MacAskill range. The composite stamp ones come in lots of different colours, and what we're looking at today are the Stamp 2s and the Stamp 3s, which are very, very similar, however they're made of different material. So the profile of both of these pedals is exactly the same. The internals of these pedals are exactly the same. The difference is that the Stamp 2 is made of aluminium and the Stamp 3 is made of magnesium, which is obviously much cooler and lighter weight. So let's have a closer look. Crankbrothers set out to redesign these pedals this year to slim them down, give them a better look, and also to give them more of a concave shape. Riders found that some of the pedals were a bit too flat, meaning they didn't get as good grip and contact with the shoe. So what they've done is they've slimmed down the middle and left built-up areas on the outside edge. That means that when you put your foot on the pins, the middle pins are lower set than the outer pins. So you reduce the body of the pedal, slimming it down, but keeping the edges higher up, giving you that that concave shape. In addition, if you want to tune that a bit more, you can use the traction pins. So you can screw them in, screw them out. They are Loctited in from the factory. So if you start fiddling with them, quite stiff, then you should add your own new fresh bit of Loctite, because you'll have broken the Loctite seal. So it's blue Loctite that's on there, and that's what you want to use, because red Loctite might be just a little bit too tight to get those traction pins out again, because they do screw into the body of the pedal rather than through from the other side. So you're going to need the head on the pedal to get your pins out again in future, should you want to change them for a refresh or just tune them a bit more, because these pedals come with 10mm pins throughout. You can also buy 8mm pins, so if you wanted to have more of a concave shape, you could add 8mm pins in the middle, keep the 10mm pins on the side, and that would give you even more grip. As I said, exactly the same profile between these two pedals, but it is different from previous iterations, not just in the thickness, but also in this chamfering on the inside. Now, some riders who have ridden the older versions might have known that they're not the greatest for mud shedding sometimes. So what they've done for this new pedal body is to just angle that away. So there's nothing there that's like a flat surface that should catch the mud, and so that should be much better mud shedding properties. So outside, both the same pedal. Inside both the same pedal, it's just the material, magnesium versus the aluminium, that's different. Inside, there haven't been any changes to previously. Still got the Aegis self-lubricating outer bearing, the Enduro inner bearing, and a steel spindle. Both pedals, they come with a 5-year manufacturing warranty, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't service them. So from time to time, consider accessing the Enduro bearing in the end, putting a little bit of grease in there. You'll probably need a proper star key tool rather than a multi-tool to get in there, because now that there's a slimmed down profile, there isn't a hole through the end like in previous models. So you need a little pokey tool to get in there. That said, recently, Crankbrothers pedals that I've tested, like these ones here, I haven't had any issues with any kind of ingress in all the time that I've been using them. So unless you're jet washing them, I don't think you'll need a whole bunch of greasing in those bearings. Now, other pedals in the range sometimes come in like limited edition, lots of different colours. At the moment, these two pedals are going to come in two colours only. So they'll both come in black. Magnesium comes in this grey, which is very nice, kind of robot from the future colour. And the Stamp 2 comes in this raw finish, which is actually quite textured as well. So yeah, it's real kind of like industrial, like it came straight from the factory kind of look to it. The stamp pedals, like all of the Crankbrothers pedals, if you want to tell left from right, the spindle on the left has a little groove in it, whereas the right one is smooth. And these ones, I noticed, actually have a little left and right L and R on the ends, but I suspect that that might wear off after a bit of riding. You have to use an Allen key to fit them. There's no flat point for a pedal spanner. So those are your Stamp 2s and your Stamp 3s, revised profile to improve mud shedding and to improve the concave shape of the pedal. Now, obviously, there's going to be a weight saving on the magnesium pedals, so let's see what they weigh. What I've got here is the large for both. Now, obviously, a small one will be a little bit lighter. So the large Stamp 3s in magnesium are 395 grams. And the large Stamp 2s in the aluminium body, 501 grams. They've gone up a gram since the last time I weighed them. There we go, 500 grams on our entirely accurate scales. So with that weight difference comes a price difference. So you get $69.99 for your Stamp 2s and $109.99 for the Stamp 3s. So what value do you put on weight saving or just being able to say, hey, I've got cool magnesium pedals? It's up to you to decide. Thanks for joining us.